Welcome back to another episode of Air Strength Whiskey. Miller here,
Simpson here.
and we are drinking a little craft offering from Starlight Distillery, Carl T. Huber's single barrel bourbon whiskey finished in sherry barrels. Um, Not just any sherry, but Spanish Oloroso sherry. For those of you out there who may be Scotch drinkers, sherry is a very popular finishing for Scotch. But finished bourbons, there's not a lot out there. There's a growing number. But I'm pretty excited about this. How about you?
I'm very excited. I'll save the finished bourbon banter towards the end of the review so people don't get turned off. But normally I'm the one that will throw the information out on this, but I know diddly about Starlight. But our resident Miller was just there. So Miller,
I've seen it. Starlight Distillery is located at on Huber's Farm in the sprawling metropolis of Bourbon or Starlight, Indiana, depending on what end of the farm you're on. If you're not familiar with geography, but you're a whiskey nerd, Starlight sits about a 35-minute drive from downtown Louisville on the Indiana side. So it is a family farm, has been since 1843. It is still in the family. The youngest generation of Hubers were actually just born right before Christmas. Family owned, family operated. In the 1970s, they expanded from just kind of a U-pick farm operation to actually having a winery on site. And in the mid 2000s, they actually started distilling on site. Now, legend has it that there's always been some sort of distilling on site, as the history of bourbon goes. But they officially opened the distillery in the mid 2000s, and they put out a sherry finished bourbon, a port finished bourbon, just regular old straight bourbon, a bottled and bond, a double oaked. A rye.
They put out a regular sherry too, don't they?
I think so. They've got a brandy. They've got rum. They've got gin. They've got barrel finished gin. I mean, they've got. If you can distill it, they do it. In addition to their wine,
I think we should.
I'm just excited to try it.
We should nose the. I can smell the sherry on this. I ain't even got it nowhere near my nose. Ooh.
That's lovely. Nice and sherry-y. And I get some of the there's like a smell, like a note that I get with those 4-grain bourbons. And I definitely get that through this. I'm not claiming to be like a bloodhound or anything, but I just picked that up.
I hate using this note because somebody used this note, but marzipan is a kind that like an almond extract, almost like Di Serono.
It is a little amaretto-y.
Yeah. It's like that. Not synthetic. It's just like an amaretto syrup. It's just like
sweet and nutty.
Yeah. Sweet and nutty.
Like me. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't smell like this, but the way the smell is hitting my nose is creamy. Like it's like dessert in a glass.
It's a toughie. There's something back there, and I don't know if it's the youth. There's a young note, but I'm not sure what it is. It's not like like a young corn or anything. There's
It
something.
could be the young barley, honestly, or the young wheat.
There's something there that's I don't want to use the word funky. It's just off, not off-putting, just off, not in the normal lexicon of tasting notes. Ooh, good word.
There you go. And this is cask strength. This is like 110 proof, 4.5, 5 years old. So we're not talking about like straight off the still 20 minutes ago. This has been hanging around a while.
A little bit of getting a little more maple syrup. Got some tannins finally. I'm getting a little bit more diving in.
Are you drinking it yet? I can't see the.
I haven't had a taste yet. I'm trying to decipher this note.
Decipher it.
Maybe I had preconceived notions about this, but it smells finished, but it smells like over finished. Like I don't get like a lot of bourbon out of this.
And I guess this is where I have the advantage. I know what their bourbon smells like, so I can pick it out of a lineup. But no, it is I don't get straight sherry though.
But I don't get sherry either. The finishing I get that it's finished, like I get that, but it's not sherry that I'm smelling. I'm not getting like, hey, this is a bourbon finished in sherry. I'm getting, hey, this is a whiskey that's been finished in something, but I'm not 100% sure.
Gotcha.
What is that?
Yeah, there's not like two distinct. There's not like bourbon sherry. It's its own.
Yeah,
thing.
It's that back note that I think I'm getting. I'm getting kind of like a burnt crunch and munch.
Okay.
I pulled that taste note out of my ass, but yeah. So all right. I think I can narrow that down.
Well, and the more this the more this opens up, I'm getting a lot more, like you said, the oak. Well, and here's the thing too. I don't know. I've never put that Bloody Butcher, like a mash bill with that corn, up against like just a regular old 2 dent to know the difference. But there could be a difference with that corn.
I know from Moonshiners that they made a distillate using I don't know if there's a PC term yet for that corn, but Indian corn. They made an actual distillate with it, and they found it better. I'm ready to taste it.
Let's do it.
Huh. A lot drier than I thought it would be.
Huh.
Boy, I don't get a lot of sherry on that. There's some on the back end there, but I like that. That's interesting.
Ah.
Let me get another little dive in here.
Huh. It's
all right. I get that kind of burnt corn note. Sherry on the back end. Sometimes people can misconceive sherry as sweet. There are some very dry sherries. I know it's in the dessert wine category, but there are some very dry sherries. That is interesting. That's kind of perplexing.
Well, in Scotland, Scotland, if you will,
it's like
you've got matured in sherry versus finished in sherry. which I think is where a lot of the sweetness comes in, is how long it's in that sherry barrel. I think these were only in sherry for 6 months, 8 months. I like how dry it is.
It's not bad. Like it's a sorry for yawning. It might be a good. I call it a good change of pace. It's
I was expecting, what we know in the Scotch world is a sherry bomb, where it's just, the sherry is, it's like you're drinking Scotch flavored sherry, really. I think, and we were talking about this the other day offline, but it was like, what does a wine finish do to a bourbon? Because Scotch, that barley distillate, doesn't have a lot of character on its own, and it relies on that whatever barrel it's in to give it character. Bourbon has character.
I'm not I'm not disappointed, but I am. Like, I thought I wanted this to be a sherry bomb, but that being said, like I didn't find it off-putting that it's not a sherry bomb. It was just disappointing that it wasn't. So with that being said, if you do like finished stuff, or you're want to venture into something finished, this might be up your alley as approachable.
Really good.
I'm impressed. I'll say it. I'm impressed.
I sound surprised. Like, I've tasted their stuff before. I knew their bourbon was good. I just wasn't sure how a sherry finished bourbon was going to go. So,
right,
heck of a job, Starlight Distillery.
Yeah, I will. I've enjoyed it. Not bad at all.
Not too shabby.
And if I'm not mistaken, this might be just a smidge above our normal budget bottles. But as far as finished bourbons at cask strength are concerned, I believe this is the cheapest on the market. Anyway, all right. So, final verdict: I would buy this again, and will. What do you think?
I'll be sure to check a bag. No, yeah, I'm kind of sad I didn't buy one of these for myself. This is the Simpsons bottle that I brought back with me. It's really good. The dryness is a refreshing departure from, the normal sherry bomb out there. So, good job, guys.
All right. So, Mr. Miller, where can the folks find us?
We are on Instagram at Eric's_drink_whiskey. Posting lots of pictures of bottles and what videos we've got coming out. Give us a follow there. You'll be all up to date on the latest and greatest. You're already on YouTube. If you liked it, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. That way, whenever we have a video drop, you'll get notified of it.
Whoever that subscriber was that's unsubscribed, we're watching you.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
And if you are not such a visual person, we also have a podcast.
Yes, sir. It is on Apple Podcast and Shout Engine. It is called EDW NCF. That stands for Eric's Drink Whiskey, non-chill filtered. If you like hearing our crazy banter, conspiracy theories, or just the general bullshit that Eric and I kind of ramble back and forth to each other that we cut out for the video presentation, it'll be available on that platform. That is Shout Engine and Apple Podcast, EDW NCF.
Again, this has been Starlight Distillery's Carl T. Huber's single barrel bourbon whiskey finished in sherry barrels from Starlight Distillery up in Bourbon, Indiana. Craft distillery up there. Really nice folks. If you're ever in the neighborhood, stop by and visit. Grab a tour, grab a bottle. You won't be disappointed. But until next time, cheers.